Hello and welcome along to another JA karting video. This is the final of the winter sprint series at Three Sisters. We're in the A final today and we're in for a good one. I think we'd had some really great battles in earlier heats with karting with Josh, and we were looking forward to another hopefully closely contested good battle with Josh and a few others, so away we go. Pretty good start again. We've got some good starts all day. Managed to get one place off the line and then position ourselves nicely for the first corner. As you can see, there's bits of coming together and we pick up another place. So now we're 2 positions better off than when we started, so we're just going to try and tuck in, get our heads down, and try and catch up to the leading pack. As you can already see, they're already blitzing away, and we don't seem to have a super fast kart here. Down the straight, certainly we don't catch anybody even in the slipstream, and you can see Josh goes up the inside early, and we'd had a few of these battles, and we lose another position as well, so we kind of back to 7th, 6th, closely fought there, and we go into the final corner, just trying to tuck in behind Josh, and keep pace with the group really, because we've not got a great kart here. So getting into the second lap, things hopefully settle down, but we've got somebody up our inside here. We're battling closely and it's not helping us catch up to the lead group. I have to leave space on the inside. You can see the nose up the inside there, but we managed to hold the place and then lose it straight away again, which is not ideal. And we're just going to try and tuck in behind. We pull out and we've got somebody right up the inside again, and we lose another position as they take the place onto the corner entry. We leave enough space here, closely battling, but again we're going to try and tuck in. Clearly our straight line speed isn't great as we've lost a few positions on the straight, but we're going to try and follow this group and try and keep up. We're back down into kind of 8th, so worse off than when we started, but all we can do is get our head down, try and follow this group, try and hope that they battle and fight for places, and that might give us an opportunity. So at this point it's kind of damage limitation, and you can see they're getting away a bit further again, but there's a close group there and they are battling, so all we've got to do is try and keep ourselves in contention, try and make up some places and hope that we can keep pace with that group as they kind of battle into corners and things like that. So we take a defensive line, losing another position again down that straight. We have a little bit of contact and try and leave space on the exit, but we do come away still with the position inevitably, and you can see this group ahead is kind of 3-4 wide going into the final corner, so we know that we're going to be able to catch up if they're going to keep battling like that, and we do. We close up on the pack a little bit here. You can see that as they battle, I manage to take the inside line and I gain 2 positions. So we're up into 6th, relatively positive. We've not got a great exit here, which is again going to compromise us down this straight. Not what we want with a kart that doesn't have great straight line speed, but all I can do is try and get my head down, put in good corners, and at this point really I'm trying to defend a lot to give myself some breathing room in and out of those corners, because I know that down the straight I'm not going to have the advantage. So here we take the corner relatively well. We're trying now to follow the group ahead, conscious that we do have people pretty closely behind, and I'm certainly not in the clear of that group, so I have to keep trying to maybe not take the optimum line, but make sure that I'm not getting overtaken easily. And now we're just trying to catch this guy ahead of us, so again head down, trying to tuck in behind on the straights, try and use a bit of slipstream if we can, and you can see that we do slightly gain, but we've lost out again, and this was the order of the day. I get sent really wide there over the bouncy curb, not left any space there, which wasn't ideal, and then we lose 2 or 3 places from that. So now dropping back to 9th. Again, I've got a tall order on my hands to try and catch this group and keep up with them. So not a great ideal move there, but we just have to try and, again, stick behind this group, hope that they battle and it brings us back into play. So you can see that's happening already. The group comes kind of back to us a little bit with battling into that corner. We get a bit of a better exit there than Marcin, but ultimately he's going to have the straight line speed here, so we're not giving up that place. And you can see again down the straight we just do not have the speed, so lose another place all the way down to 10th now. And really it is that straight that we're losing all of our time, all of our positions ultimately. But again, the group ahead is close and they're battling a lot, so we have to hope that that helps us out and keeps us in contention. And you can see that they're battling. Nobody can take a great corner. I try to go up the inside here, it doesn't quite come off, but we get alongside for the next run of corners, and we ultimately have the better position. We take the line and we manage to take the place, so back up into 9th. Again, we know we're going to have a tough ask on our hands down the straight to keep people behind. But again, I'm trying to tuck into the slipstream here, try and follow behind Marcin. But again, lose out on the straight. The place gets taken again. It was really the order of the day in this kind of final. But we're going to try and keep close behind him, and we're going to hope that we can outbrake him, which we do here. We get up the inside, we get a better exit, we take the place, and hopefully I'm going to try and make that one stick. We go into lap 8. Again, this group's still really close, a group of 4, all battling closely, and that's helping us out because it is keeping us in contention despite the lack of top end speed. So here we're going to try and stick behind Marcin really. As you can see, he's pointing out that he's not got a great kart either. I think his kart was bogging down, as you know, ultimately mine was not great on the straight. So here you can see we lose out just down this straight, and all we're doing is constantly fighting to try and keep up through corners, which we do pretty well. So you know, we're keeping ourselves close to the action and have to hope that we can make something count a little bit later. So you can see again we get a pretty good corner here. Through the corners the kart was pretty good and responsive, and I managed to make up, you know, a bit of distance, bit of time, but ultimately it was the straights that were killing us. But here you can see again these guys are closely battling, really close. I think the guy ahead of Marcin wasn't as quick, and Marcin's trying to find a way past, but in doing so he leaves the door open there, and we take the inside. We're going to take that place and hope that we can work together and try and catch this guy ahead. You can see that this was a heavier driver, and it makes the difference for us. We get alongside on the straight. We're going to really kind of force the issue on this one and take the inside there, leaving space on the outside so that we're not squeezing them too tightly, but we're going to take a more defensive line here. Doesn't help, but we do keep alongside, we keep the inside, and ultimately it gives us the advantage coming out of that corner. So now heading into lap 10, we're back to where we started, really, back in P7, and we're trying to get our heads down, hope that the guys behind us are battling now so that we can maintain this place. You can see that the group ahead have kind of gone off into the distance, and I know that I'm not really going to be able to make up that gap. You can see here take a slightly defensive position, but ultimately we have to try and maximise the straight, and that's what we do. We're not under as close pressure here, so we can take a bit of a normal line. We're going to keep doing that through these corners here. You can see I keep to the inside to make sure that nobody can send it on me, but ultimately we keep the place, we keep the position, and we're going into lap 11 now. So again, really at this point my concern was defence rather than offence. I was not really going to be able to catch those guys ahead. They were so far ahead, and my kart lacked so much straight line speed that I didn't really have a hope of catching that group, who were all lapping pretty quickly. So for me, I was trying to consolidate this position now, make sure that I didn't lose any more positions, and see if I can keep my place. Again, go to the inside early, and again I'm just kind of hogging the middle of the track really there to give people a decision to make so that they can't go up the inside. And as we come into the kind of final corner of this lap, and we're going to go and head into the final lap, lap 12, again, the concern is going to be defense. We're just trying to keep the place now. So I, fortunately, am able to take the normal line here broadly, go a bit wide here, but we're just trying to hold off the battling pack. I'm trying to keep to the apex for each of the corners so that I can't be taken on the inside, but ultimately I know that my downfall is going to be this straight, and the big question now is, can I hold the straight long enough? And that's exactly what I do here. I take the inside, I don't give people the inside corner here, and I manage to sweep back and take the corner relatively nicely. At this point I can kind of guess or see that the checkered flag's gone over the far side, so now I'm kind of hogging the middle of the track, keeping the inside line here so that people can't take the position, and I make a dive for the inside where the kind of speed trap is for the end of the corner to come away in 7th place. So ultimately, not the best race in terms of position. We broadly end up where we start, but lots of battling, and congrats to Josh. He got his first win in a sprint series at Three Sisters, and it was very well deserved. We had some great battles throughout the day, some great racing, and ultimately if we weren't able to come away with a win, it's good that one of our teammates can. So thanks everybody for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll be back soon.